I had begun in comedy and had made a bit of a name for myself in the Edinburgh Fringe, and my shows were essentially improvised and bantering with the audience, so it was never written as such or written at all. So that was what I was doing. And then, so I'd done 2 successful shows. One was called Sex Kitten / Corpse, and one was called So You Think You're a Good Heckler. And these went very well, and that is when I lost my hearing due to an unusual type of brain tumour called an acoustic neuroma. So it grew to the size of a golf ball, and now, fortunately, it's the size of a Malteser. There are other chocolates available. So then I couldn't improvise because I couldn't hear people, and I lost my confidence really, and I thought, well, that's me for performing. And last year, my partner, who's a comedian, Mark Price, he encouraged me to do storytelling. And I thought, well, I don't know if I'm any good at that. And I went along and I did a few storytelling nights in London, and I thought, I think I'll do a storytelling show. So people encouraged me, and I did one last year at last year's Fringe, Pigeon Puncher, and it went really well. So this is me adapting now because of the hearing, and I would never say it's a good thing I lost my hearing, but I think I've found a style in comedy that fits me well now.
Have you met any other comedians along the way who've faced similar issues, that have lost their hearing but have continued to perform?
Well, I've met... Steve Day is a comedian, but he was deaf already and began to perform whilst deaf. And Brendan Burns is hearing impaired. And Stuart Lee, I don't know if you caught Stuart Lee the other night on his show, and Stuart Lee now has a hearing aid, and he took it out and held it up to camera, and I took mine out and held it up like clinking glasses, except with hearing aids.
I know that you performed this show at the Fringe Festival in Edinburgh and had a great reaction, but particularly when you tell people that you are deaf, what sort of reaction do you get?
I mention my hearing in the show, and I've had quite a lot of people come up and just... Some people came and they had their hearing aids as well. I had a couple of doctors who came up and said to me afterwards, recommending different treatments that might be available or different things. So it's been really positive, and that makes me happy as well. And as well, getting deafness out there as an issue, because it's a very powerful thing to be hearing impaired. You know, it has a huge impact on people. And people don't realise the additional things that come with it and how it can really affect you very, very gradually. So I'm hoping that people realise that, OK, you're deaf, you can still do things.
Yeah, absolutely. And talking of still doing things, your performance in London next week, tell us when and where it's taking place and what Londoners have to look forward to.
Well, they can look forward to, obviously, some birds. It's on at the Museum of Comedy on Wednesday the 13th, not an unlucky day for me, at 7 p.m. And they can expect storytelling, genuine, true stories, but be prepared. If you like birds, you have to think again. I'm showing them in quite a different light.